Hello viewer, I see you clicked on this video. You probably want to learn about probability. You were probably caught playing Fortnite for way too long and your mother told you to do some homework. But hey, now you get to learn about probability. So sit back, relax, cause it's time to learn. First, what is probability? Well, according to Google, it's the extent to which something is probable, the likelihood of something happening or being the case. If you're confused, don't worry, I am as well. It basically means the chance of something happening. When going into a problem, there are 5 steps that you should do. Note, this only works with simulations. 1. Identify how many numbers you need to generate. 2. Identify what numbers you need to generate. And 3. Assign numbers that are going to be generated. 4. Identify number of trials needed to perform. 5 is best. And 5. Carry out the trials. A school is electing students for student government. There are 5 spots. 7 girls and 5 boys are running. What is the probability that there will be more boys than girls elected? Well, first, you should ask yourself, how many numbers should I generate? Well, there are 12 total people, since 5 plus 7 equals 12. So you should generate 1 through 12. When assigning numbers, try to make it even. I will assign 1 through 6 as boys and 7 through 12 as girls. Then think about how many numbers to generate. I will do 5 per trial. In order to do this, you need a graphing calculator. First you go to your math, go to prob, then press rand_int, parentheses. Then type 1 for lower, 12 for upper, and 5 for n, which is numbers I want to generate, and press paste. Then enter. Record answers and do this 4 more times. Last, you see how many trials had more boys than girls and divide that by 5. Then multiply by 100. Suppose you roll 2 standard 6-sided die at the same time. What is the probability of rolling 2 odds? Well, you have a 3/6 chance on one die and another 3/6 chance on the other. Multiply them together and you get 9/36. If you simplify this, it'll be a 1/4 chance. This means you have a 25% chance of rolling 2 odds using 2 die. Independent events means that each event is not affected by any other events. Dependent events can be affected by previous events. For independent events, there is one formula that you use, and it is P parentheses A and B equals the probability of A times the probability of B. For dependent events, the formula you use is the probability of A and B is equal to P A B times the probability of B. This part right here means that A and B are combined, divided by the total of B. If you want to know if an event is independent, do this equals the probability of A. If both sides are the same, it is independent. Binomial probability is the probability of x successes and n repeated trials in an experiment. The formula you would use to solve these kinds of problems is this. N is the number of trials, R is the number of what you want, and P is the percent of what you want. For example, let's say that a company is hiring people and there are 5 spots open. 45% of the qualified candidates are women and 55% are men. What is the probability of exactly 3 women hired? Well, we know that N equals 5 because that's how many spots are open. That means that's the trial. R is 3 because that's the amount of what we want. P, I am naming this P1 because that's the first one, is 0.45 because 45% times 100 is 0.45, and that's the probability of women. P2, which is the second P, is 0.55 because that's the probability of getting a man. So, when substituting this into the equation, you would get 5C3 parentheses 0.453 parentheses 1 minus 0.55 to the power of 5 minus 3. When going to your calculator, you press Math, go to Prob, scroll down, and when you see NCR, press Enter. Put 5 in the first box, 3 in the second, and then type out the rest. You should get 0.71, which equals 71%. Thank you for watching. I hope you learned something new. If you enjoyed, how about hit that like button and subscribe for more random, unpredictable content.